Hi, my name is Kiran Rai and I play the lead role of Ruby in Haneri, and this is Rakhi Mutta, who is the director and writer of Haneri. So Haneri follows the story of a young woman who is struggling with depression and anxiety, and unfortunately she's not able to convey that to her Punjabi family, who's very traditional and don't see it as a problem or even acknowledge the fact that she does have mental health issues.
And it provides a brief glimpse into her everyday struggle with her family in dealing with depression.
I think the route that we're trying to go with this film was to talk about depression and the stigma of it rather than why the person is actually dealing with depression.
So we've had the privilege of doing screenings in and around the area. The feedback is so interesting to receive, and one of the reasons that Kiran and I wanted to do this video was to really put the film into context. And so the first screening that we did when we premiered Haneri, we heard a lot of people come forward and be like, but why is the character depressed? And I think it was important for us to not look at the cause of depression for this short film and more so look at the reactions. And so when you're dealing with a short film, you have a very limited amount of time in which to tell a story. So Kiran and I spent a lot of time thinking about what was the story that we wanted to tell. We wanted to show Ruby depressed. We also wanted to show her fighting her own depression internally, but we also wanted to show the fight that's happening externally. So whether it be people thinking that Ruby is spoiled or that she's lazy, that someone did black magic on her, whatever the different things that we've heard in the community, we put that into the family home so that people would be able to watch it and get a brief understanding for not only the internal struggle but the external struggle and how difficult it can be.
We constantly feel guilt-tripped by our family, our friends, or the larger community, and it's unfair for people that are dealing with it, and it's such a lonely journey when really if we just had conversations about it, you would see that a lot of people are dealing with it. And when we see that everyone might be dealing with some sort of mental health issue, then you can normalize the whole idea of it in the first place. I don't know why people are so afraid. And I mean, it's just because of what we've been taught and what we've seen in movies and pop culture and how people project the idea of having mental health issues and how it makes people look a certain way. And I think if we showed it in the right ways, like how Haneri is being portrayed, I think just showing how people react to it is more important, to see that that reaction is actually having a bigger effect on the person that's actually dealing with it.
Kiran and I, a lot of our work focuses around the challenges that we ourselves have experienced and challenges we've seen friends or family deal with. I think mental health is a huge issue that the community deals with but hides, it sweeps under the rug like it's a dirty little secret. And so one of the things that we wanted to do was help create a dialogue and use this short film as a conversation starter. Haneri doesn't provide solutions. It's just a conversation tool that allows a dialogue to begin. There's clearly so much work that needs to be done with mental health in our community. And I mean, the community at large, we're not just picking on the Punjabi community or trying to vilify it, but it is something that we've seen a lot of young people struggle with through the work that I've done, and I know through the work that Kiran's done. And so that was one of the reasons that we wanted to shoot this film.
In the last year, I actually opened up publicly about my depression and anxiety and how I've been dealing with it and healing from it. And I think if we started having more open conversations about it, folks like myself or the youth feel more comfortable to start talking about it and not shy away from it, you know, feel guilty about it. I think that's definitely something that I want to keep progressing or pushing forward. I'm honored to be a part of something like this, and I know it kind of ends in a way that is unsettling, but I think that's something that we needed to show a reality for the community. That is something that happens, and we need to stop it before it gets to that point. And it's doing things like having this conversation and how we can help move our community forward.